All right. Now we're ready to start our practice, and we're going to do it today from child's pose. So, as we find our place to child's pose, make sure that your you have your blanket under your knees, and you can have your knees under the hips, or if you prefer, you can have your knees wider than the hips and the big toes touching. Wrist under the shoulders, and we're going to sink the hips slowly towards the heels. And then allow the forearms, the elbows, and the forehead going down towards the floor. If you cannot touch the mat with your forehead, remember, you can always bring the floor closer to your forehead by placing the block or making a tower with your fists. If you like, you can have your elbows out. That way you can have that nice opening between the shoulder blades. And we're going to begin breathing in and out. Just being aware of your breath, wherever your breath is at this morning. We're not changing the pattern of the breath yet. Just let it be the way it is. And feel the gentle lengthening in the lower back. If you have your knees wider than the hips, you can relax the back of both hips and the sacrum. And from here, pick up the head slowly, slightly off the mat, and then move your hands to the left side, placing right hand on top of left hand. Release forearms, elbows down, and lower the forehead towards the floor again. Gentle stretch of the right side of the torso. Keep breathing in and out. Lift the head off the mat and slowly walk your hands now to the right side of the mat, placing left palm on top of your right hand, forearms, elbows down, and draw the chin to your chest. Now stretching the outside on the left side of your rib cage. Moving back to center, and then from here slowly find your way to tabletop. If you have your knees wide as your hips, please bring the knees now under the hips, and we're going to move the spine gently with cat-cow. With inhale, drop the belly, arch the spine, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, belly in, chin in, draw the chin into your chest. Inhale, arch the spine, drop the belly into the cow. Exhale all the air out as you round the spine, draw the chin to your chest. Inhale into the cow. Exhale into the cat. Inhale into the cow. Exhale, round into the cat. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round, and then move to child's pose. Elbows down, forearms down, and then relax into Balasana, child's pose. Moving to tabletop, engage the core, extend the left leg back, tuck the toes under, and slide the right hand to the front, fingertips touching the mat. We're going to inhale, lift the toes, lift the hand up. Exhale, lower the toes, lower the fingertips down. Inhale, lift and engage. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, engage. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift and lower. Inhale, up, down. Two more rounds, working asymmetrically. Inhale, up. Exhale, down, last round. Inhale, lift. And right hand under your right wrist, shoulder, left knee under your left hip, round the spine, rest it down, Balasana, child's pose. Moving back to tabletop, extend the right leg back, tuck the toes under, extend the left arm forward, touching with the fingertips, engage the core, inhale, left arm up, right leg up, exhale, lower the fingers, lower the toes. Keep the core engaged, inhale, lift, exhale, lower, inhale, up, exhale, down, inhale, lift, and lower, up, down, two more, up, down, last one, up, and down. Right, left hand under left shoulder, right knee under right hip, round the spine, child's pose, relax, take a break. Coming back to your breath. Moving to tabletop position again. Place the weight in your left hand, open and twist to the right with the inhale. Exhale, thread the right arm under your left arm. Right shoulder, right side of the face goes down toward the floor. Release the elbow down and extend the left leg back. Tuck the toes under, engage the core. Hold in position here. Keep the breath flowing. Nice inhales, full exhales. And press through your left heel as you gently stretch the calf muscle on that left leg. Nice breathing. And bring the left knee under your left hip slowly and do the twist back to tabletop position. Now open and twist to the left. Inhale. Exhale, left arm goes under your right arm, left shoulder down, left side of the face down, elbows down, and extend the right leg back, tuck the toes under, and press with the right heel. Use your breath. Slowly warming up the body. And right knee under right hip, slowly undo the twist. Let's come to tabletop position. And then from here, lower the forearms, elbows down, interlace the fingers, tuck the toes under, coming to dolphin pose. Press through the ball of the feet and the toes, straighten the knees, heels up, and then lower the heels towards the floor. Make sure the crown of the head is pointing towards the mat. Relax your neck and press through the heel as you work on strengthening those shoulders, upper spine, draw the belly in, and keep lowering the heels as you stretch the back line of both legs. Use your breath. Nice inhales, full exhales. And then heels up, knees down towards the mat, top of the feet flat on the floor. Separate the hands, palms to the mat, and walk the hands so the right wrist under right shoulder, left wrist under your left shoulder, round the spine. Coming to child's pose. Elbows out and release the forehead towards the mat or towards the tower you create with your fist. Nice, easy breathing. And moving slowly to tabletop. Extend the left leg back and up. Flex the knee, step forward with your left foot. Make sure your left knee is over to your left ankle and then slide the right knee back to have that right hip flexor more open. Hands to your left thighs and then lift the chest. From here, we're going to move with the breath. Inhale, straighten your left leg, arms overhead. Flex your left knee, sweep the arms down by your right, the hips, move the hips forward. Inhale, straighten, arms up. Flex the knees, sweep the arms down by your hips, pelvis, hips forward. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, flex and down. Inhale, straighten up. Flex and down. Inhale, straighten. Flex and lower. Inhale, straighten. Flex and down, hands down towards the floor. Moving again with the breath, straighten the knees, move the hips back. Pick up the ball of the foot off the mat. Flex your left knee and flat back. Inhale, straighten hips back and flex and lead with the heart. Stretching those hamstrings, straighten knee, move the hips back. Flex and move the chest forward. Inhale, straighten hips back. Flex, lead with the heart. One more. Inhale, straighten hips back. Flex the knee and then bring the left knee back. Let's all move to Balasana, child's pose again. Relax and breathe. And moving back to tabletop. Right leg goes back and up. Flex the knee, step forward. Make sure your right knee's over to your left ankle and slide the left knee back. Hands to your right thigh. Slowly move the chest away. And then inhale, straighten the knee, arms overhead. Exhale, flex the knee, move the hips forward, sweep the arms down by your hips. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, flex and down. Inhale, straighten and up. Flex and lower. Inhale, straighten. Flex and down. Inhale, straighten. One more. Flex and down, hands down towards the floor. Hamstring stretch and movement. Inhale, straighten, pick up the ball of the foot, hips back. Flex the right knee and flat back. Move the chest forward. Inhale, straighten and move back. Flex and lead with the chest. Inhale, straighten. Flex and flat back. Inhale, straighten. Flex and one more. Inhale, straighten. Flex and then bring the right knee back. Let's all move slowly to Balasana, child's pose. Nice, easy breathing. And back to tabletop. Extend the left leg back and up again. Flex the knee, step forward, and bring again left knee under your left ankle. Tuck your toes under your back foot. Inhale, lift the knee up, press with the heel. Exhale, drop the knee down. Inhale, lift and press. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And lower the knee down. Now walk that foot to the edge of the mat. Place both wrists under the shoulders, and we're going to lift the knee down back and then lower the knee down again. Inhale, lift and press with the heel. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift and press. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift and press. Exhale, lower. Keep the knee down, top of your foot flat on the mat, and then just sink the pelvis, the hips as you lift the spine, flattening the upper spine. Close your eyes and breathe as you open that right hip flexor, as you open the left hip. Nice, easy breathing. And then walk your left foot in line with your left knee, and then bring the left knee back to Balasana, child's pose. Take a few rounds of breath here. And moving back to tabletop position. Now the right leg goes back and up. Flex the right knee, step forward with the right foot. Tuck the toes under your left foot, and then pick up the left knee, press with the heel. Exhale, drop the knee down. Inhale, lift and press with the heel. Exhale, lower the knee down. Inhale, lift and press. Exhale, lower. Two more. Inhale, lift and press. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, lift and press. Now release the left knee down and walk the right foot to the edge of the mat. So both wrists are under your shoulders. Same thing. Inhale, lift and press. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, lift and press. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and press. Exhale, down. One last. Inhale, lift and press. Now exhale, down the knee, top of the foot flat on the mat, and then sink the pelvis, the hip, lift the chest, and flatten the upper spine. Close your eyes. Keep breathing full and long as you find more opening in that left hip flexor as you open also your right hip joint. Soften the pelvic floor. Keep those back muscles engaged. Couple more breaths. And then walk the right foot under the right knee and then bring the right knee back. Let's all move to child's pose. Relax your neck, relax your hips, your lower back. Take a moment. And lift the head, lift the chest, and let's come to a seated position. So use the same blanket to sit on the edge of the blanket, and we're going to sit now with the sole of the feet together and the knees out. So find whatever works for you the best. If you can have your heels with some distance from your pelvis, is all good. So just make sure you are comfortable with the position, holding from the top of the feet, shoulders back and down, and we're going to move the neck and the head from side to side. Exhale to one shoulder, inhale through center, exhale to the left shoulder and back through center. Relax your hips, relax your neck as you breathe in and out. And then rotation, full rotation of the neck, going in one direction. Going to the opposite direction. And slowly return back to neutral position. Bring the hands behind you, extend the legs in front of you, and flex and point the toes. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, and open the feet out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in. Flex the knee and slowly move the legs to one side. So we're going to come into tabletop, but remove your blanket from your mat now because we're going to make our way to standing position. So tuck your toes under, wrist under the shoulders. Let's move to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Press, straighten the legs, move the hips up. Chin to your chest, heels down, shoulders away from your ears, and let's move the heels up and then down, and then walk your hands slowly towards your feet. We're standing on the back of the mat. Flex the knees deeply and holding from the opposite elbows. Draw the chin to your chest. Stretch your spine, lumbar spine, middle back, upper back. Draw the chin to your chest. And then slowly, hands to your hips. Keep the chin in. Engage the core to slowly lift the chest. Slowly straighten the knees. And we're all now in Samastiti, equal standing pose, with the feet right under the hips, shoulders back and down. Taking the moment here with the hands together to your heart center. This is Anjali Mudra. Reconnecting back with the breath, and we're going to consciously lengthening the breath in both directions. Slow the inhales down, slow the exhales down, always without compromising the quality of your breath. With the next inhale, float the hands up to the sky. Exhale, fall forward from the hips, swan dive, Uttanasana, hands down towards the floor, chin to your chest. Inhale, place the hands below your knees and move the chest away, halfway up. Exhale, fall forward, Uttanasana. Bend the knees slightly, hands to your hips. Engage the core, straighten the legs, standing position, Samastiti. Hands down by your hips. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive. Pull the belly in. Nice long spine, fall forward as you exhale, hands down. Relax your neck. Inhale, hands under your knees. Move the chest away. Exhale, fall forward to Uttanasana. Bend the knees slightly, hands to your hips. Engage the core, lift the chest, and then straighten the legs, hands down by your hips. Samastiti. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, pull the belly in. Move the hips back as you lengthen the spine. Fall forward, hands towards the mat. Relax your neck. Inhale, hands under the knees, 90-degree angle the spine. Exhale, fold forward, relax and let go. Flex the knees slightly, hands to your hips. Engage the core to lift the chest, to straighten the knees, and hands down by your hips. Now from here, heels up, heels down, heels up and down, heels up and down, hands to the heart. Bend the knees, chair pose. Flex the knee, move the hips back. Inhale, straighten the legs, belly in. Exhale, flex, move the hips back. Ardha Utkatasana. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, straighten, hands down by your hips. Inhale, heels up, heels down. Inhale, heels up and down. One more time. Inhales, lifting, lowering hands to the heart. Exhale, flex, chair pose. Move the hips back. You have to be able to see your toes. Activate the back muscles. Straighten the legs, hands down by your hips. Exhale, flex and down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, straighten, hands down by your hips. Inhale, heels up and down, up, down, up, down, heels down. Last round, hands to the heart, chair pose. Flex and lower as you exhale. Inhale, straighten as you inhale. Exhale, flex and down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, straighten, hands down by your hips, shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Inhale, arms overhead, belly in. Exhale again, swan dive. Pull the belly in, hands down towards the floor. Flex your right knee, open and twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Flex your left knee, open and twist to the right. Exhale, right hand down. Flex your right knee, open and twist to the left. Exhale, hand down. Flex your left knee, open and twist to the right. Hand down one more time each side. Flex your right knee, inhale, open and twist to the left. Exhale, hand down. Flex your left knee, open and twist to the right. Hand down, flex both knees, hands to your hips, engage the core, lift the chest, straighten the legs, back to Samastiti. Let's reconnect back with the breath. And lower the hands down by your hips. Now I'm going to be facing my screen and have your feet wider than your hips with the toes in an angle. We're going to flex both knees. Make sure they're not collapsing in. You want the knees over your ankles, opening the hips and the joints here, and we're going to straighten and reach up. Flex the knee hands to your heart center. Inhale, straighten, arms overhead. Lower your right hand down and move the spine to the right. Inhale, right hand comes to meet your left hand. We flex the knees, we lower the hands to Anjali Mudra. Inhale, straighten and reach up to the sky. Lower your left hand down and move the spine to the left. Inhale, left hand come to touch your right hand. Flex the knee, hands to the heart. Inhale, straighten and reach up. Lower the right hand down, move the spine to the right. Right hand comes up to meet your left hand. Flex the knees and the elbows, hands to your heart. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, move the spine to the left. Left hand comes up to touch your right hand. Flex and lower into goddess pose. Inhale one more time each side. Straighten. Exhale, spine moves to the right. Inhale, right hand goes up. Hands to the heart as you flex into goddess pose. Inhale, straighten and reach. And then last time, flex to the left. Inhale, bring the left hand up. Flex and lower to goddess pose, and then keep it here. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right heel down. Inhale, left heel up. Left heel down. Right heel up. Exhale, down. Left heel up and down. Right heel up and down. Left heel up and down. Straighten both legs. Bring the hands overhead, down to your hips, shoulders up, back and down. Shoulders forward, down and back. up to the ears, back and down, up to the ears, forward and down. One more. Up to the ears, back and down, up to the ears, forward and down. Now rotate the heels so both feet are parallel. Flex your right knee, right heel under the right hip, left heel under your left hip. Both hands to the heart center. Take a moment here, connecting back with the breath. And slowly bring the hands to your waist. Let's work on balance. So as we place the weight on your left leg, we're going to extend the right leg to the side. Big toe is touching. Let's test the water first by flexing the knee and lifting. Exhale, lower, up and down, up and down. Then slide the right heel, place it in the inner part of your left ankle, toes touching the floor. First version of it, three. We're all good here with the hands to the heart. If you want to challenge yourself and today your balance feels right, you can bring the right foot higher, below or above your knee. Remember, never, ever, ever, please put that foot on your knee joint. Hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Find a place where you can focus your gaze on the mat or the floor. And we're going to breathe here, counting backwards. 6 rounds of full, long, deep breath. And lower the hands down, lower the right foot down, and bring some movement, especially in your left leg. Shake it a little bit. And then place the weight on the right leg. Hands to your waist, extend the left foot out and flex the knee. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and down, up and down, and then slide the heel in. Toes touching, you can be here perfectly well in version of the tree, or we can bring the left foot higher below or above your knee. Bring the hands to the heart. You can bring the arms up to the sky. Find a place where you can focus your gaze, soften the shoulders, soften the muscle of your face, and begin to deep breathing, counting backwards for 6 rounds of breath. And then slowly release it down, lower the left foot down, shake both legs, have some movement there, especially your right foot, ankle and right leg, and then let's all find our way to the back of the mat. So with the feet wide as your hips, Samastiti, we're going to flow the arms forward and out, reaching through the fingertips, great spacing between each vertebrae. Exhale, Uttanasana, Swan dive, from the hips down, hands towards the floor. Relax your neck, nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And then walk your hands forward to the front of the mat from downward dog. From downward dog, pick up the heels off the mat, lower the knees down to tabletop position. From here, move the chest forward, flex the elbows, bring the elbows by your rib cage, activate the core slowly, lower the chest, lower the belly, the hips, straighten the legs, Rotate the head to one side, bring the arms down by your side. Welcome to reverse Shavasana to take a nice break here. Catching up, back with the energy and breath. Slowly pick up the head, rotate it over to the opposite side. And bring the forehead towards the mat. Let's work in Shalambhasana or locust pose to strengthen those back muscles. Legs and feet together, arms down by your side, palm facing up. Draw the chin to your chest as we come up. Don't lead with the chin. Keep your neck neutral, always the gaze down towards the floor. When you're ready, press with the hips and pelvis. Inhale, lift the head, shoulders, chest, feet up. Exhale, lower hands, feet, chest, forehead down. Inhale, head up, shoulders up, arms up, feet up. Exhale, everything goes down towards the floor. Press through the hips. Inhale, pick up the head, chest, arms, feet up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, arms and feet. Exhale, down towards the floor. Inhale, lift and up. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, press and lift. And exhale, down. Hands under the shoulders. Open the legs wide as the mat. Flex the knee. Bring the sole of the feet to touch to each other. Press with the palms to pick up the head, the chest, the pelvis. Lower the feet down. Wide child's pose. Move the hips to the heels. Soften the elbows, the forearms down. And the forehead goes down towards the floor or towards the block if you cannot touch the mat with your forehead. With this wide knees, child's pose, relax the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, the groins, the hips, the back of the hips. Just breathe here. And lift the head and the chest off the mat. Guide the right knee to meet your left knee and then drop the hips to one side. And then the legs are coming to the front. Have your blanket on the opposite side of the mat. So when we go down, we have your neck, we have our necks and head protected. So with the feet wide as your hips, we're going to bring the hands to your knees and then lean back. Engage the core. So you can have your elbows slightly flexed, but you want to lean back, engage the core, and then from here, pick up the feet out, lower the hands down, lower the heels, hands up. Inhale, feet up, hands down. Exhale, lower, arms shoulder height. Inhale, feet up, fingers down, toes down, hands shoulder height. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift and lower, up, down. Three more. Inhale, lift. Keep the core super engaged. Don't round the spine. Inhale, lift, down. One more. Up, down. Hands by your hips. Move the heels towards the heels and then flex the elbows to slowly lower the elbows down and then place the head to your blanket. Take a moment here with the knees bent, hands to your belly. Just breathe. And hands down by your side. Maybe you're touching your heels. Let's work into holding in position with bridge. Instead of going up and down with the breath, we're going to lift the pelvis and the hips as much as we can, and we're going to hold there with the chin in. Inhale slowly, lift and hold. Use your breath. And grounding, slowly lower the spine down towards the floor, hands to your knees and thighs into the chest. Stretch your lower back. Hold in position. Round number 2, feet one down by your side to the floor, hip width apart, and fingertips perhaps touching your heels. Chin in, slowly pick up the lower back, middle back, high bridge holding position. And gently release the bridge down towards the floor. Hug yourself, thighs into the chest. Take a moment, stretch lower back, counterbalancing that big back bend. And last round, feet down, wide as your hips, chin into the chest, and lift the lower back, middle back, high bridge, hold and breathe. And gentle release it down, 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 down. Hands, thighs into your chest, and then stretch your lower back. That was the last round. And if you like, you can just rock from side to side. And here, as you are hugging your thighs into the chest, just to give yourself a massage. And lower the feet down. Place the right foot on top of your left thigh. Let's do IT band stretch. Pick up the right foot off the mat, holding from the right hamstring or the right shin. Draw the chin into the chest and just breathe here as you stretch the IT band on your left hip. And left foot goes down, same thing, opposite leg. Right foot on top of left thigh, reaching and holding from the hamstring or the left shin. Draw the chin to your chest and breathe through the IT band. And release left foot down, lower the foot down. Let's do some windshield wiper movement here. Moving the hips, the legs, the head to the opposite side. Some movement here before we go again to a more static position. So we're going to come into a twist. So feet under the hip, the knees, and then feet up into a 90-degree angle. Have your arms in T position, not higher than your shoulder. And then from here, we're going to exhale slowly to the left. And when we get there, we're going to inhale, guide the right foot to your left hand, flex the knee, exhale. Inhale, straighten, touch your left hand with your right foot, flex the knee. Inhale, straighten and flex. Inhale, straighten and flex. Straighten, flex, straighten, Flex and hold in position, perhaps with your left hand. Guide the right knee closer to your left knee. Pick up the head of the mat and look over to your right shoulder. Nice inhales. Full deep exhales. Bring the left arm out, engage the core, bring both legs back through center, and exhale, twist to the right slowly all the way down. From here, inhale, straighten your left leg, touch your right hand with your left toes, exhale, flex the knee. Inhale, straighten, touch your right hand, flex the knee. Inhale, straighten and flex. Inhale, straighten, flex, straighten, flex, straighten, flex, and hold in your twist. Look over to your left shoulder. Slowly return the legs back through center. Lower the feet down. Let's all come to bridge pose, mainly to align the spine nicely, and then slowly down, 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 down. Pick up the feet off the mat, full happy baby, holding from the outside of the feet or the ankles or the outside of your shins, whatever you can reach. Keep the thighs on the both sides of your rib cage. Draw the chin to your chest, breathing in and out. And then release and bring the legs and knees together. Hands to your knees, big toes touching. Open the knees out. Inhale, close. Exhale, open and close. Open and close. Some mobility there on your hip joints, inner thighs. Now bring the legs together, holding from the hamstring, straightening the legs up. Flex and lower. Up. Flex and down. A few more rounds there, flexing, stretching the back lines of the legs and mobilization again. Now straighten, separate the feet slightly, rotating the ankles, going in one direction first, going into the opposite direction. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, and then lower the right foot down. And we're going to straighten it, bring the hands closer maybe to your ankles or whatever you can reach, and we're going to hold it there. A little intense last stretch on the back line of your left leg. And flex your left knee. Bring the right leg up, holding from the ankle, the back of the calf muscle to straighten the leg up. Now time to stretch one more time, the back line of the right leg this time. And flex the right knee, walk the feet together, and then open the knees out and Supta Baddha Konasana. Place the hands, one hand on top of your chest, right hand on top of your belly. And try to move just the belly with the breath. If you notice that you are inhaling and exhaling into the chest, try to not move that and just send the movement to the belly. So it's a belly breathing. Concentrate on that, please. Notice if you're holding tension in your glutes, try to soften them. And then slowly bring the thighs and the knees together. Walk the feet now out and keep the knees together. Keep belly breathing. Now slowly separate those knees out. Bring the arms into position. Windshield wipering the legs again. Moving the legs to the left, head to the right. Moving slowly, knees and head through center. Exhale, legs to the right, head to the left. Do this windshield wiper very gentle and slow. Enjoy the gentle movement and the breath. And back through center. Now straighten the right leg to the right corner of the mat and cross the left leg over to your right ankle. Bring the arms overhead, flex the elbows, grab your left wrist with your right hand, take a nice inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, guide the spine to the right, try to drop the left elbow down and back. Nice extension of the left side of the torso, opening and stretching those intercostal muscles on the left side. Breathe. And slowly return the head back to neutral. Bring the left leg to the left corner and cross the right leg over to your left ankle. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Exhale, move gently the spine to the left as you stretch the right side of your rib cage. Slowly, the spine goes to center, the neck goes to center, and do the crossing of the legs. So right heel is in the right corner of the mat, left hip on the left corner of the mat. Adjust your hips and reach through the fingertips, pointed toes. Take a nice inhale and exhale, relax everything down. Bring the arms somewhere between hips and shoulders. Adjust your shoulder blades. Release your hips, release your glutes. And then now you are into your last pose. Welcome to your Shavasana. Time of letting go, time of surrendering to this practice that allows you to receive the benefits, allows you to come into deep, deep and full relaxation. Perhaps the last one of today until it's time for you to go back to sleep tonight. Take advantage of these minutes where you are with your body, where you're coming back to your regular breathing, releasing, letting go, surrendering into a deep, deep, and full rest. Now, pretty slowly begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle toes, wiggle fingers, rock your head gently from side to side. Then extend the arms overhead, pointed toes, create space in between each vertebrae. And as you exhale, flex your knees, hug yourself, roll over to your right side, and hold there for a few more rounds of breath. It's just like an extension of your Shavasana from very different position, now in fetal position. Just rest and breathe. Now the head comes last. Slowly, please make your way up to a seated position. Make sure you are comfortable here. Keep your spine upright, slightly engaging the core. Hands to your knees. And let's work with some Ujjayi breathing with head movements. So as we inhale and exhale, we're going to gently contract the epiglottis. The walls of the walls of the throat are going to come together a little bit slightly to control the flow of the air in and out. So we're going to create that hissing sound of like a far away sound of the ocean. And we're going to balloon the belly out as we inhale. And as you exhale, the belly is going to go slowly into the spine. So moving the breath in the belly and gently contracting the inner walls of your throat. All that as we move the head up and down. Slow breathing. Just be aware of the breath and silent, silent breath. When you're ready, please begin. And then slowly let go your Ujjayi breathing. Coming back to your regular breath, but keep watching the gentle movement of the breath within the body. And bring the hands together to your heart center, back to Anjali Mudra. Take a nice inhale, bring the arms open as the cactus arms. And as you exhale, exhale with me the Om slowly. Exhale. Om. Inhale, open. Exhale, chant and close the hands together. Om. Om. The hands to the heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And we are asking for peace, peace, and more perfect peace. The peace we all need within ourselves, in our hearts, in our minds. The peace we all need as we go through lives interacting with our family members, friends, people we encounter in our daily lives. And the last shanti goes asking for peace, peace, and more perfect peace to the whole world, to the natural world, to our country, to our communities, asking for peace, peace, and more perfect peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you all very much for being here today practicing yoga. Namaskaram. Thank you.